Come for me, Gmork! I am Atreus!
Testing out a new camera, which I believe was actually developed this century. I'm back to it, back in the saddle after having some difficulty with scheduling and just with being able to write. Back out at work on the Strange Dead sequel. It's no longer called The Sinister Dead. I decided to go with The Conqueror Dead. Originally, I was going to call the sequel The Savage Dead, but I had this feeling in the back of my mind like someone else has already done that, and I realized I looked online, and Joe McKinney wrote a book called The Savage Dead, and actually had interviewed me for his blog when he was promoting it. So I was like, I knew I had heard that somewhere. But The Conqueror Dead, I think it fits the greater scope of the second book. The second book has a bit more of an emphasis on action and horror, so Sinister doesn't quite fit. And I have the title for the third book definitely locked down. I've known from the get what that was going to be. I'm working on kind of getting myself into shape, which is, I want to say that it's hard when you lead a sort of sedentary lifestyle, but then I realize I don't have to lead a sedentary lifestyle. That's the whole issue. That and the diabetes, it's creeping up on me, which is hereditary, but that just means I have a predisposition towards it. It doesn't mean that's not my fault if I eat myself to death. Now also dealing with these respiratory things, which are definitely on the upswing. Things. But yes, I'm writing again, and after having been away from the novel for a little while, there was a sense of trepidation, sort of very similar to the initial anxiety about starting a novel. This anxiety about getting back into it and having to fall into the groove right away. And I had a feeling I was going to need to go back and just read what I had so far, just to make sure everything was fresh in my mind, which I don't like doing when I'm only halfway through something. But I did it, and everything turned out fine. So like I said, I'm back at it.